Up, YouTubers and fellow collectors, welcome back to my channel. Now today for all of you I have the Incredible Hulk premium format by Sideshow Collectibles. So let's get right into the box. On the front of the box you see the portrait of the Hulk. This is the exclusive statue. On the side you get the overlapping gamma radiation symbol. Sideshow Collectibles at the bottom, and then it overlaps to the other side and back to the front with the Hulk. Pretty simple box, nothing too extravagant, but let's get right into the statue itself and check that out. So here's the Incredible Hulk PF in the flesh, and I have to say there are parts about the statue that I really love and parts about the statue that I really hate. Let's first get into the things that I love about this statue. First off, I think the paint applications in the body are absolutely amazing. I love the various shades of green. I love the color that they did for the veining. That's very nice. The sculpted of Hulk himself is excellent. The musculature is very good. The way he looks is intimidating and imposing. And you know, I didn't realize this statue would be this big. I mean, this guy is freaking huge in person. It's kind of hard to get across on the camera, but yeah, probably the size of a baby is pretty what I'd like to think of it as. So that's very cool. The fact that he has a lot of presence. When you walk into the room, you're definitely going to notice this statue. That in itself, badass. I also really like the base. I think it's very well colored. I love the silvers. The reds in the Hulkbuster parts are very, very nicely done. The silvers are great. The browns in the earth. This copper plate thing looks nice. So Sideshow did a very good job in painting the base and body of the Hulk and doing the sculpt. I think those all came out excellent. I would say 9 or 10 in that regard, including the cloth aspect itself. His pants, they're very nicely tailored. They look very nice. It's a very good purple. It's very deep and manly. Like, it looks good. Like, if you want a Hulk with purple pants, this is the Hulk for you. And that's about where my praise ends, because now we're gonna get into what I hate about the statue. So let's get into the regular head sculpt. So I think, and I read this and people talk about it, that Sideshow got the head sculpt painted elsewhere, because as you can see when you look at him with the rest of the body, the head sculpt and the body do not match. The head sculpt purely has like a pea green, like a pea soup green, where it's just the lighter shades, and the body has so many more different shading, like the deep forest green and stuff like that, which the body looks excellent. The regular head sculpt, really, really bad. It just looks like that green and that head belongs on a different body. Also, the teeth on this guy are very poorly executed. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, I don't think the teeth on the regular are very good, especially right there. I don't know why. It's just like a bad paint application. I don't know how that slipped by the quality control of Sideshow, but you know, back to their old ways, I guess. Now, if you're looking at this statue from the front, no problems at all. I think, minus the coloring of the head, of course. I think he looks great. He looks fantastic. This is how you should display this guy. I mean, why would you ever look at it from the side? Well, displayed from the side. So it should definitely be displayed frontwise like this. However, and I've seen photos where people's seam line and gaps between the head sculpt and the body are bad. Well, on that side, it's okay. It doesn't look too bad. But when you get to the other side, it is extremely bad. I don't know what like whoever made this was thinking, but that is just really poorly done. The gap is so huge. I mean, it is it's disappointing how big that seam is. In fact, it's so big, let me see if I can get it. You can see straight through the thing. Look at that. So this is definitely going back, or hopefully I can get a replacement. Head, body, I don't know. Maybe the whole statue, because this thing, that ain't gonna cut it. That's just really poorly done. I can't believe I'm even looking at that. That's crazy to me. Like, as a company, why would you even send that? It just doesn't make sense, You're just wasting time and money, and really poorly done. Anyways, before I get too upset, what else don't I like about this statue? Well, damage, of course. Mine came with a chip base on the very front, so that's rather noticeable. There's no way you can hide that. I mean, I'm sure the chip is small, but that shouldn't be there. For a 590 something or close to $600 statue, it should be perfect. So the damage there is disappointing, but mostly just that ridiculous seam in the head sculpt. That's just absolutely uncalled for. I don't know why that would be there or done like that. I'm starting to think on some things Sideshow shouldn't do an exclusive head sculpt, although I love exclusive head sculpts when they're done right. But that, my god, that's bad. That doesn't even match, like, the contours. It's just crazy. And there's a bunch of other things wrong with this head too, like that white spot, like paint chip, that was bad. There's some white marks on the body, but I don't want to get into that right now. Mostly, yeah, look how bad, even from the top, the seam. That's just ridiculous. Really, really unfortunate. But, if barring that aside, I still really like this statue. I think it could have been amazing. This could have been the best Hulk besides the really old Hulk PF from a few years ago, like the very first one they ever did. If the front of the regular head sculpt was painted like the body, I don't think I would mind so much. But that's just really bad. And then of course the seam and the chip in the base. This is just all going back to the bad things that Sideshow does, which is unfortunate because the Batgirl PF that I got, super amazing. Everything about that statue was great. So really sad about this one. It's definitely gonna go back. I will get a replacement. But yeah, inexcusable by Sideshow to send out a statue like this. And of course they had that QC sticker that they put on the box saying that they looked this over. Well, I don't know who looked this over, but they didn't do a good job at all. Pretty piss poor job that you would just send this out. Because, like I said, as a company, when people send stuff back, it's just a waste of time and your reputation goes down the drain eventually, So really sad. But I mean, I'm trying to focus on what's good about this statue, and everything from the neck down, great, fantastic, minus the chip in the base. But everything everything in that regard, wonderful. Just really wish that head sculpt was done better. But like I said, the exclusive head sculpt does look better paint wise, so we will put that on next so I can show you that it still has a bad seam and gap line, but at least I think the paint applications are closer to the body. So we'll do a quick switch out and then we'll end our video. Alright guys, so here is the Hulk with the exclusive head sculpt, and right away you can just tell this is the better head sculpt of the two. The paint applications on it are really well done. It just looks better. I love the look of this Hulk with this head sculpt. I think it's fantastic. With the sort of snarl face I guess he's making. Anyways, but yeah, the paint applications, as you can see right away, it matches the body really well. And my definite recommendation is to use this head sculpt always rather than regular. That's not to say I don't know if everyone's regular head sculpt was poorly painted like mine and a few other people that I've seen so far, but at least the exclusive is really nicely painted and matches the body. When you look at the statue itself like that, fantastic, love it, you know. I wish the statue was that good and had no issues. I would probably give it like a 10 out of 10 because I really do love this statue and how it looks. I love that when you walk into the room and see this thing, it right away draws you in, but just purely for how big it is and how massive. It really just draws your attention to it, and it looks really, really nice. It is a very well done statue. I think the sculpt is great. The paint apps are great. Just there are certain issues, like even though this is the exclusive head sculpt, I still have that terrible seam and gap. Yep, that still matches or goes through, as you can see, the white wall on the other side at certain angles. So yeah, that's just no excuse for that. Poorly done head sculpt in terms of connecting to the body. Sideshow and their QC should have done something about that when they check these statues out, you know. That's the thing about certain companies like XM. They go above and beyond QC wise and for their customers, you know. If there's one little thing off about about a statue for them, they will halt production and fix that one thing and then send it out, even if it takes time, you know. And I wish Sideshow was like that, because even if there was something wrong with the statues and they needed extra time to put it together and get it done right, I wouldn't mind waiting, you know, as long as it took. I'd rather have this statue, like whatever statue I bought from Sideshow, come in perfect the first time, you know. Now I gotta sit here and spend more time talking with them to get a replacement for the base, and I don't know if other statues have a better seam line than I do, or they can fix it by sending me different head sculpts. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. You know, this Hulk could have been the quintessential Hulk statue by Sideshow, but I still think the original one that they did is better. I've seen it in person, and I think, yeah, that statue beats this one out. Look how bad that is. Okay, let me just go back, turn this so I can look at it from the front. There we go. Much better. So yeah, guys, hopefully your statue for, like, if you're getting this statue, hopefully your version comes out much better and nicer. And it looks cleaner than mine, because, you know, for a $600 statue, it should be pretty much perfect. Oh, and for those of you wondering about the weight, Hulk is hollow, of course, but I thought there was some decent weight to the base and Hulk himself, just purely because of how big he is. There's no PVC anywhere on this statue, at least I don't think so. So you don't have to worry about that. So that's the end of my video, guys. Let me know what you think about this statue in the comments. Are you worried if you're getting it? Because for those of us who did early processing, I think some of us might be regretting that decision now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the statue in the comments section. And if you guys ever want a cool place to hang out, meet new people, talk about anything and everything pop culture related, check out Statue Collectors United, the Facebook page. The link will be in the description. I'm not quite sure what I'm getting next, purely because I've been kind of slowing down in my collecting, because I have a trip that I'm taking to Europe for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. So all my funds have been going to that. This was actually the last piece that I was going to get, and arrived to me before I left for that trip, but and I wish it came out better, but it is what it is. So hopefully Sideshow doesn't give me any fuss about returning this and getting an exchange, because overall this statue is great. I mean, look at that view, like when you're looking at it straight on, fantastic statue. Alright guys, so I'll see you all later, and remember, as always, happy collecting.